Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Brunellesp here. Hoping that everyone is okay. So let's get into this video. What are the items that I went out there, spent my hard-earned cash on, went afterwards looking forward to going, yes, and then went, oh, really? Let's go and have a look. So we're gonna try it in alphabetical order. No, you know what? I'm just gonna pick whatever I pick up. Anyway, first and foremost is the big one, the beauty blender. Beauty blender, I hear you say. No, woman, are you mad? Okay, forget the fact that it's stained because I'm not going to be using it again. This is it. What I want you to look at and concentrate on is the state. I hope you can see it. It's all chewed up. Looks as if something, a little animal has been gnawing on it with tiny little teeth. It is literally falls apart when it comes to washing it. And I bought this beauty blender 3 months ago. Now, I have got this one. They're both wet. And this one is from Makeup Revolution. It's called the Pro Blend. And I bought this about 2 months or so before I bought the beauty blender. So about 5 months ago. Look at this one. This one is a bit wonky. So I can tell that this is the oldest one. I've got others. Don't mind. And I treat them with isopropyl alcohol anyway. Look, it's slightly messy like this because I've just washed it and it's still wet. But you can still see the difference. Why nothing has come off of this at all. It is super soft. In fact, it is softer than the beauty blender, texture-wise, definitely. Because I'm touching this area here, and it is much softer. And you can see it's a lot more pointed. So it still holds its shape. And this is about £5. So at least a tenner cheaper than the beauty blender, which is famous. Now, to be fair, beauty blender, I'm not sure if they started they're creating makeup sponges, and if they did, even more credit to them. If they didn't, they still have a massive impact. They've had a huge impact on the beauty industry and the application of makeup. And many other sponges and many other companies have created their sponges to try and get as near to the beauty blender as possible. However, as you can see, the fact that it's been chewed up into oblivion like that bits have literally fallen off. As I was washing it, all I was doing was just squeezing, so I wasn't doing anything else. Bits were literally falling apart. That, to me, I never expected that. I mean, it is famous, beauty blender. Everyone knows, everyone has heard it. The makeup industry has heard of beauty blender. So to see that happening to it, I'm actually very, very shocked, to be honest. And I won't be buying. There won't be any need because I can get these cheaper ones, which are usually, if you can buy them from Superdrug, they're usually out of stock, so you're better off buying online. These are amazing. They are brilliant. That's why I would leave and I regret buying the beauty blender. No more beauty blender for me. There's no need. And we'll see. I mean, I might have to buy a beauty blender, but only so I can do a comparison because I've got my Eevee blender coming through very shortly, and it claims to be better than beauty blender. So I'm going to compare the two, one side Eevee blender and the other one with a beauty blender. That's the only reason why I'll end up buying a beauty blender, not for any other reason. Okay, and then moving on from there, we move on to MAC. Now, last year, MAC did a collaboration with Taraji P Henson. The thing went off like hotcakes, it went. I didn't even get a chance to buy any. Then they did a second kind of a lot, which was the second range, and they did that. And that one this is the lipstick I bought, which was part of the Viva Glam one, and it is a pretty bright color. So I saw that and I thought, oh, okay, I didn't get to buy the original one. Let me go and buy this. And because it's obviously Viva Glam, goes to, good cause. So that's great. However, when I bought this and I put it on I tried it on my hand, fine. Went to put it on the lips, patchy lipstick from MAC. How is that? I was so disappointed. I was very, very surprised. I wouldn't have seen that coming at all. I've got lots of MAC, like lipsticks, probably a good 15 or 20 lipsticks, and I have no complaint about the quality of them. This is the first one from MAC that I actually went to try on, and it came out patchy, and I had to go and again before I could get the color to be smooth across the lips. That was a huge surprise to me. So yeah, not a fan. It's about a good £16 or so wasted. No. Next one is Morphe. Now, Again, I like Morphe. I've got a few Morphe palettes, but this is the 35O palette. Problem with Morphe is that, especially when it comes to warm shades, they are getting to the point where they're repeating themselves and they're creating the same similar eyeshadow palettes for some reason. But me being me, I went ahead anyway and I bought this palette. I saw a few of the colors and I was disappointed. They were not as pigmented. I mean, this is the palette and they're not that well pigmented when you blend them in. In this palette anyway, when I started, the darkest shade is this one. It's like a gray. When I used that to start blending in, I found that it kept disappearing. I have to top it up and top it up and top it up. And really, I expected far more. I expected the colors to be far more. And I was quite disappointed because comparison to the other palettes, this one is not pigmented. And as you can see, being a waste because I've hardly used any of the colors, not touched any of the colors at the top at all. I've touched maybe that one and a couple here. So, no, that was a waste. And I think it was about 20 something odd pound. And next lot is, which I can't find anywhere, is Urban Decay eyeshadow primer portion. Yes, I said that. It's iconic. Everyone's heard about it. And last year they did a revamp of it. And I know that part of it went to their charitable organization, which is good. Again, support charities, support others who are less well off, support others who are vulnerable. And so, great. However, for the product itself, when I used that product, it was a nude shade. My God, hard work. I found for myself that it was difficult. The color kept seeping through the eyeshadows. Even though they were actually light eyeshadows, I could still see the white of the primer. And really, that's not what was meant to happen. It made it difficult to try and blend in the colors as well. It was a lot more work than it ought to be. And to be honest, it's not something I'm going to be buying again. I do regret buying that. I was quite surprised. I thought it was going to be amazing. It's iconic. Everyone's heard of it. It's been there for years. And no. Didn't do it for me. So I had to leave that and I can't find it anywhere at all. Next one is from Lancome. And I've got two contenders. Yeah. What did I say? Two contenders. Yeah, there you go. I can't even speak properly. Lancome. First of all, recently did a review of these matte shaker lipsticks. Not lipsticks in my opinion. There were lip tints. £19.50. Not cheap. They are Lancome. It's a high-end label, so you're going to pay more. But it was no. Too many coats needed. Slapped it on, slapped it on, slapped it on, slapped it on, and it's like. In the end, I did 3 or 4 coats before I could actually get the color payoff to go through. It's bright, they are shiny, they're not shiny, but they are super bright, that's true, but they're very, very sheer, and to me, that's not liquid lipstick, and it's a high-end one. I expected a lot more from Lancome when it came to these babies here. No. And that one, the final one from Lancome is this Boom 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 Audacity in London palette, which I bought last year. And to be honest, I did one makeup look with it, and ever since then, not touched it, not used it. I keep going back to it, looking at going, I must really make use of this, because this is 40 odd pounds of money spent. I must be able to make use of it. Nah, I keep changing my mind. I keep looking at going, nah, now I'm a London girl, so if it says London on it, I'm generally speaking, I'm going to be supporting it. And that's the palette itself. But it's been a waste because I've not used it and I keep looking at it and no. So, yeah. What can I say? I just haven't brought up the enthusiasm to look at it and go, right, what kind of makeup look can I create with this? I keep looking at No. Je regrette. That's right. I do regret it. So these are the list of items that I do regret buying, and they're high-end and they're well-known and so on. But let me just make it very clear, but people who are going to go up there, you can disagree with me. It's a free world. You don't have to like my opinion. You don't have to agree with my opinion. And that's fine. I'm also not a label or person basher. I don't get pleasure out of bashing any company. When I buy something, I spend my money on it. None of these things are free. Not that, if they were given to me, I would change my opinion. But it's my money that I've gone and spent with the intention of using them, expecting them to be a good thing, especially when they're high end. And having bought them to go like, and it's a waste of money, and then I'm stuck with them. So I am disappointed with these lot. There are others, but I didn't want to make this video for too long, and that's my version of the items that I've bought, which are hyped up or well known, that were not so very good. And the worst one is the beauty blender. That one is worse because you can't use it. I can't use it. It's shredded. It's come apart. That is shocking. I am so surprised. I really am. And I can swear that I have not cleaned it any different way from I've done any of my sponges, and that's the result. But let me know if you agree or disagree. Either way, it's a free world. And I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I shall speak to you. So, woo! Yeah, that's all you're getting. Bit of a nap, guys. I need to go and have my lunch. Thank you, and bye!